What's up everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Glory, where today we have got a very, very special episode. As you can see by the fact that I've got a massive headset on my head as if I'm playing Fortnite or something like that, we're doing something a little bit different. So the plan for this episode was to actually play against a professional FIFA player. We're joined by Kerbs, first of all. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright, mate. How about you?
I'm good. So we've never actually played FIFA against each other. We used to play a lot of Fortnite and stuff like that together, but I don't think have we ever played FIFA together?
Don't think so. Not yet. Not until I jump on PlayStation.
Yeah, so this was the problem. I'd organised to play against Kerbs. We were going to play a couple of games together, and he was going to give me some pointers going into FUT Champs. So we were going to make a video out of it, and it'd help me get better at FIFA, and hopefully he'd have some tips for you guys. Last week, what did you go? 28-2, top 100, and then you didn't play properly this week, did you? But the week before you were 28-2, and then playing in like professional qualifiers this week and stuff like that. So,
indeed. Hopefully for a live event, maybe. We'll see. Just
really good at FIFA, basically, is what we're getting at.
Yeah, as people may call a very sweaty person.
So, Kerbs plays a lot of FIFA. So if you want to go and check his channel out, the last video he uploaded at the point of me making this video, mate, you need to upload more. It was 6 days ago, your top 100 rewards.
I know, I'm slacking. I'm slacking, and I need to get some more stuff out. Too busy just
grind and Div 1.
Yep.
That is essentially what it is. But go and check out Kerbs' channel. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. And he's going to help us out today and give us a few pointers. So basically, we couldn't play against each other. We went to record this video and realised that he's on the Xbox and I'm on the PlayStation. It's very frustrating. So what we're doing instead is we're going to do a bit of a coaching session, and I'm just going to try and absorb all of Kerbs' knowledge. So the first thing, I'm screen sharing. This is why I've got the massive headset on. I'm not actually, I use a Mac for like day-to-day editing and doing all my stuff. But I've used my Windows computer so that I can stream it to Kerbs so you can see exactly what's going on in real time, perfectly live, and we can like go into a game and he can give us tips. And also, you guys are always banging on me about my custom tactics as if I'm some sort of FIFA genius because you want to be able to do decent in FUT Champs. Like I think I do reasonably decent, but I'm gonna ask Kerbs about it and he can tell me like top 100 level custom tactics. Although I'm pretty sure, mate, I already use your custom tactics. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I've asked you this in the past. So yeah, we'll just jump in. First of all, we usually do a comment of the day on the Road to Glory. I'm not sure if you watch it, keep up to speed or anything like that. Don't worry if you don't. I don't think any YouTuber actually watches YouTube.
I've seen a couple of episodes, especially the sniping ones, because you know the rich want to get richer. You know
exactly.
Any easy way to.
What do you mean? You don't need to snipe? You packed Ronaldo twice.
I know. Oh, see, your comments are already going to hate me now just after that, aren't they?
What do you think about... So, speaking of comments, though, whenever we have a guest on, we let the guest be comment of the day. What do you think of my team? What's your initial first impressions? What would your comment of the day be right now if you had to say something?
Comment of the day? I'm just loving Nedved, to be honest. I know he's an absolute beast. So
he's really good. I like him.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that's not even a bad record, to be fair.
For playing wide cam. And like 15 of the games were me playing like a zombie on Monday. I said this to the guys when I was talking about my new team. Mane's record for me was ridiculous, but that's because he played the first 15 games of FUT Champs where I won 14 of them. And he just scored for fun. Whereas Nedved played the last 15 games of FUT Champs where I won like I didn't play all 50, I think I played 13. And I won like 7 of them or 8 of them or something like that.
And where you were against a lot more tougher opposition.
Yeah, and you just play against sweaty people. So he's still done really, really well. I quite like him. He's good.
Yeah, that's a really, really good record as well. I rate that.
I mean, he's no Gareth Bale, but...
That's true. I mean, he's just... whenever I see him in FUT Champs, I'm like, oh, great. I'm definitely conceding a near post corner. No, but honestly, I actually really, really like the team. The midfield looks really well balanced as well, because Casemiro just sat there in front of Marquinhos and Thiago Silva, which is what I'm guessing the way that you.
So I played 4-2-3-1 in game.
Okay, so Paulinho and that's just disgusting to play.
Paulinho and Casemiro sit back. Nedved and Ben Yedder wide cam. Talisca central cam. Gareth Bale striker.
And then that Talisca causing issue after issue. One thing I would say is, personally, Alex Telles, I personally don't like him too much. I would say Alexandro is by far the better card.
Interesting.
But I can see why you want him.
So what I actually did is I had an Alexandro, and we're going to check this.
Okay.
I sold him for 120k. With the logic that I could then buy this Alex Telles for less than that. And the idea was that Telles isn't going to go down in price on Black Friday because he's not in packs. If anything, he's going to go up in like how we hit it when he goes up to an 87.
Yes,
whereas
that's
Alexandro's going to crash, I would imagine, on Black Friday.
Yeah, he will. Okay, so from a trader point of view, that really,
coins,
really smart
it was
move,
a good idea. I'll be honest with you, I've never really noticed an issue with him. Like, I've never thought, oh Christ, I wish I had Alexandro. But maybe he is slightly better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if Alexandro drops to like, I'm not sure. Maybe if Alexandro drops like 70k, I can pick him back up and unlock like 50,000 coins. Because I'll be honest, I just think they're basically the same player. To be honest with you, I don't notice a blind bit of difference between the two of them.
They are fairly similar. I have tried both cards. I had Tellez for about 30 odd games. The only issue that I found with Tellez was his strength. That was it. Like, he got bullied every single time, no matter who. Even if it was Lucas Moura, he's getting bullied. Whereas I find Sandro, even if he's coming up against the likes of R9 or Hully or anything like that, he can hold his own, and his strength stat is just fake. He's stronger than he actually is. Like, he's just a beast. But attacking wise, yeah, he's a very, very good card. He's better than Sandro attacking, but then Sandro's better.
Yeah, he's got 91 crossing, which is crazy.
I can just imagine going into Gareth Bale at the back post.
Well, we haven't opened our FUT Champs rewards yet, so if we pack I was talking about people who use red cards just for the sake of using red cards, and whenever you play against someone in FUT Champs, if they've got red cards in their team, more often than not, they're not very good at FIFA, because they just put, like, imagine I went, oh, Red El Shaarawy, let's go, and then I put him in my team, and I bought myself some random players that linked up with El Shaarawy just to get my red card in the team. It makes your team worse overall. But then I'm thinking, if I get second inform Red Van Dijk or something like that,
oh, you've got to try and fit him.
Surely I've got to get like Andy Robertson and Fabinho or something like that and actually use them.
I tell you what, if this, that would actually be very good. What I would personally do is I would go across the route of Van Dijk, Walker, and then Fabinho.
Interesting. Okay.
That's the route that I would take, just because I prefer Walker than Inform Meunier. But that left-hand side with Robertson, Van Dijk, and Fabinho could be very, very good as well. Because I actually have the red Robertson.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
Well,
not quite,
I haven't actually played
meta,
FUT Champs Rewards yet. We are kind of living in dreamland with that one. FUT Champs Rewards have just come out. What we're going to do, before we do that, we're going to jump into a game of Div Rivals. And I'm going to try and sweat. In fact, I didn't ask you about custom tactics. This is what people are all going to want to know. So this is the way I have my 4-2-3-1 custom tactics set up, and I'm pretty sure you're the one who told me to do this. So if you tell me the wrong now, God knows.
I have indeed. Okay, just looking at it right now, it looks pretty almost perfect.
Bog standard.
Yep. What is, just double check? What's your depth on for me in the defensive?
2, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't change anything.
Doesn't matter
really.
too
Actually,
much.
I would go up one more for width on the offensive side of things.
Okay.
But other than that, I think I'd keep it exactly the same. Yeah.
So I used to play about there, and then I got Mbappe, and he was useless. So I brought it all the way down to about here to try and get Mbappe to play like a striker. But I'll give it a whirl. I'll go back to... We'll go in the middle of the two. And in instructions, I got Gareth Bale getting behind, Talisca stay forward. These two, Ben Yedder and Nedved, are on default. Everything.
On the default. Okay, that there is fine. One thing I would say, on your middle cam, always put conservative interceptions. Reason being, you don't want... your middle cam is sort of the... especially in that formation, is the focal point of where your team wants to go through that player, almost every single player that you do. Now, if he's sort of running off trying to get the ball, one, he's going to be out of position. Two, even with high stamina stats, he's going to be getting tired quite quickly.
Okay.
So if you do need someone sort of going towards the end of the game, where I started with Neymar, now I'm using middle Cruyff, always have them on that, because then they are going to have the most fitness towards the end of the game. So if you need that extra pass, if the player's tired, everyone knows on this game that fatigue actually matters on this game. They're going to be making worse passes, that sort of thing.
Matalisca's always knackered as well, so that's a very, very good point.
There you go. So that's hopefully going to help long term for that.
Fair, very nice. And then I've got Casemiro on stay back cover centre, Paulinho on balanced cover centre. Does the interceptions, like aggressive and conservative interceptions, does that make much difference? And like this man mark or cut passing lanes, I've never even experimented with it.
Last year, I would have told you to have one of them on man mark, one of them on cut passing lanes. This year, just leave it on balanced.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you don't want them doing because of how overpowered long finesse shots are. You don't want them too close to the player where they can just do a 1-2 bang and that's it. They're away. And then ideally, cut passing lanes is probably the better one out of the two. But then just keeping it on balance because you kind of want best of both worlds.
Okay.
Yeah. And interceptions, never mess with that. Never.
I've got all this just on default. I've seen people experiment with like run types, like inverted runs for their fullbacks and stuff like that, and I've just never done anything with it. It's literally all just default.
Okay. With wingbacks, I would always personally put them on stay back while attacking, personally. Okay. Just because, if they're bombing forward, it does do my head in sometimes, especially in like the last minute when you're like, stop making a run, Mounier! What are you doing? I'm like a 3-2 up in the 88th minute, and he's going, I'm off. Just go on over the top. I'm going for the corner, and you're just like, Mounier, please, bro, I need someone to pass. Yeah, okay. Like, please defend. I need you to do something for me right now.
I do actually have a version of this actually, which is for camping it out. If I'm 3-2 up, and it's like the 80th minute, I'll plop it onto this one. It's like defenses on drop back, really narrow, dropping deep. Yeah. Fast build up. Maybe I should turn fast build up off actually because it makes your players go mental when you get get the ball back.
If you're trying to see out a game, long ball is perfect.
Okay, we'll go for that. And then I've got literally everyone's on stay back, everyone's on. Even with these guys are on come back on defense. Apart from Talisca, I will plop them onto conservative interceptions. Should we just get into a game and see what happens?
Yeah, I was gonna say because your tactics wise look pretty good. Like there's only like very, very minor changes that you make, but then based on what your playstyle might be, it might be better for you to do that. But it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to be like, because I know exactly what I would do in my head when I see what you're going to be doing with the players and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how differently your decision making is and that sort of stuff. So I'm excited to get to watch it now.
It's really easy. Let's see what team this guy's got as well.
In before Icon FC.
Oh, Christ. It's not the best team. It's just really colourful. When I first seen it, I was like, oh, God. But that's all right. That's beatable.
Yeah, beatable. It's quite a nice team. It'd be interesting to see what formation he actually plays. Because I doubt he's going to stay 4-3-3.
Yeah, nobody does, do they? But
if he does, he's a strange one.
It's interesting watching... When you watch people play, like I'll watch Tom stream and I can see stuff so easily. But when you actually, I get really, especially when I'm playing loads of games, I get really tunnel visioned on the ball. Yeah, that's my biggest problem.
Whereas if you say if it's like your first or second game on, you'd be like, oh yeah, you'd make that extra pass, you'd see that run. But then after a few games where whether it be
you just go into autopilot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving the dragbacks already. Let's go. Mate, I'm expecting one of those LB crosses this game, Andy. That's what I like.
Yeah, so Kerbs has told me about these LB crosses to Gareth Bale. But that didn't go anywhere near Gareth Bale. Mm-hmm. But he's a master of it. Like, he's shown me streamable videos and stuff like that of friggin' El Casemiro, mate.
You just love to see those touches.
I did drill it at him, to be fair, but even still. Yeah, he's showing me streamable videos of...
Have Eusebio out jumping the likes of Ramos and Varane?
Yeah, exactly, and just scoring these ridiculous headers just by using the LB cross. I did it to Curtis in Squad of the Showdown.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and he was raging.
It's just green.
Okay, we went for the time finesse. It doesn't always work. That's just me trying to abuse game mechanics. One of the things I've noticed myself, and this is just me watching my own gameplay back, is I need to pass the ball backwards more.
Yeah, because if you go... I actually do this quite a lot as well, where I'm rushing the play too much, where it's, as the saying goes, it's sometimes better to go backwards to go forward. Yeah. And it's right, because if by going backwards, he's going to try and sprint at you if he's that sort of player, like he is now. He's pressing you quite high. I don't think... He's not quite constant pressure. But
no, which is nice.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, at least
I can't wait for that to get patched.
Yeah, exactly. After 60 minutes, I can't take anymore. Oh, okay.
Edison, come on, Red Allison, get yourself in. We love packing red goalkeepers. Give them I've already got two of them. I've got 2 red Chesneys. Give me a Red Allison as well, and we'll be sorted.
Okay. No, that's
maybe I should have gone backwards then. Maybe I should have turned around, but I just wasn't looking for it at all, even after saying it myself.
As soon as you've seen that run, though, it is well, Nedved realistically.
So I get into this position the most on FIFA, and I don't know how to create a guaranteed goal scoring opportunity from it. This is the most common place for me to be on FIFA, and I never know what to do.
Straight down the wings. Okay. Let me just see what you do from this point here. Okay. Okay, I like what you've done there, where you've gone to your right back to cut off that option.
Pass and just use the contain.
Yeah. That's good. I like what you've done there. Oh, and Edison's...
That's happened to me multiple times. I lost a game of Foot Champs because of that the other day, where they clattered your goalkeeper and he just drops the ball.
What have I just seen?
So last time it happened, I was holding triangle to make my goalkeeper come out, and I thought maybe button delay or something made it register as me pressing triangle and wanting him to drop the ball. I genuinely didn't touch the controller then. He just caught it by himself and dropped the ball because the computer clattered in, because the other guy clattered into him.
Oh, if that happened to me in the weekend league, you best believe my head's gone.
Okay, L1 cross.
Yes, you love to see it.
Oh, that was such a little P-roll header. Okay.
See, that's the thing though. You've seen that early enough, and you've seen that run from Bale too, and that is just fortunate that Farman's face was in the way of the ball. But but no, that's already a good sign already.
It's when I come up against. I think for me, it's not necessarily about game mechanics. A lot of it is just about decision making and composure, as I think my main thing. So I know that if I play properly, I'll win 9 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10 when I start playing against good high level like end of Foot Champs players. If I play to my best, but I just don't. That is my biggest problem. It's like I can do all of the stuff in FIFA. It's my composure levels is what's bad. There we go.
Nice. I rate that.
That works that time, but a lot of the time when I get into that position, I don't really know what to do.
Again, LB crosses from that sort of position, just inside the box and going towards the byline. Either what you've done there, which has worked for you on this occasion,
but it doesn't always work. That's the issue.
Yeah. It's whatever that you see best at the time. If you see Ben Yedder in the box on his own, realistically, he's not going to be out jumping centre-backs, even with how OP the LB cross is. In that situation there, you've just got to learn what's most effective for you. So say if it's Bale there, you've got the option to do that.
So that's again just... Oh, piss off, Benatia. That's just composure and decision-making again, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And then when I get into close games and I'm crapping myself, like, oh god, this guy's good, it's going to be a close one, I need to make sure... That's when... When
decision making goes out the window. Oh,
yeah, exactly. And you start panicking. Okay, so it is...
Yeah. Okay, before you... Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright, no. I'm going to teach you something that's very, very OP.
Go on. Is it that stupid kick it over the defender thing?
Yes. Okay. And for your formation, it's perfect. So I'll teach you this. It might get patched in the space of a week, but you may as well abuse it while it's there.
Go on. How do you actually do it? Because I know what it is, I just don't know how to do it.
It's basically
Taliska, bro. I know you call them short.
Glitch. Yeah, you call them short, wait for everyone to go to the halfway line, and then you best boot it use the full power on X, I think it's on is it X on PlayStation? It's Square, sorry.
Oh god, that guy should have scored. That was poor defending. Okay, so call them short, and do I have to press any other buttons or push the stick forward or anything?
No, nothing like that.
Just full power it?
And then as long as it goes right, which it has,
no.
You should be on. Yep. And you should score.
No! I mean, we have scored.
Yeah, you've scored.
No, that's disgusting! No, you can't be doing that.
Yep.
No.
And that is for... It's only this particular formation that I know of so far that it works. But you can defend against it, that's the thing. If you swap to your centre-back, then you can defend it. But yeah, it's rather OP.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. So I seen a professional FIFA player do it the other day. Yeah. And then Tass tweeted the clip to EA, and then the guy deleted the clip, and I was like, that's a bit fishy.
Yeah,
but apparently he was saying that people were sending him abuse for it, which is absolutely bizarre. So go wild in the comment section, people. I'm a horrible person for just doing that to this guy. I'll take full blame. That is absolutely gross.
But hey, at least we're bringing it to EA's eyes so they can fix it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, just send them the clip and be like, yo, this is ridiculous. Fix this.
Yeah.
But
this is how Talisca's somehow scored from this position.
Yeah, that is absolutely disgusting. I can't believe that's just worked. How is that a thing?
Exactly. It does remind you back to the FIFA 14 KSI kickoff.
Exactly.
Days,
also, have we noticed, this isn't for you, this is for people in the comment section, have you noticed how this guy is now all over me? And it's because, okay, it's now half time. He's gone 2-0 down and changed to constant pressure. I would imagine he's gone attacking more people up front. This is when people go, oh, 2-0, scripted. And like, I've got 62% possession. We've been battering him and now he's all over me. It's literally just because he's changed formation, and this is where the composure comes in, and I need to make sure I pass the ball
at this position here, you're cruising. You just need to, don't come complacent and think, oh yeah, I can just make any passes that I want, because it's when you're in that mindset that he'll nick it and quickly get that goal back in. You're like, oh crap, now I need to try and do this
now
and
it's
this.
2-1,
Yeah, exactly, and that's where you just need to stay calm, stay composed. At the end of the day, just outplay him, which you've done in the first half easily.
So is that where you do it, or should I have waited longer?
I would say do a bit more. Try and do either heel to heel flick. Oh, I'll let you defend this before I speak. There you go, perfect.
That's not
okay,
a foul, ref.
I'd say
okay, make a bit more, get a bit more into the box and more of a
try and
cutback.
get there so you're so it's like you're cutting the ball backwards for it. Okay. See this here, you're just trying to bait him out, which is absolutely fine. There, that sort of position's perfect. Bale hasn't gone for the. Oh, sorry, no. Ben Yedder didn't go for the ball quite then, unfortunately. But that's a good position to use that sort of cross.
Okay.
Nice, good stuff.
See, it cuts it. That's my biggest problem. Is it always cuts it back to no one in the middle?
Yeah, it's cut it back too far, if anything.
Is that because I've got assisted crossing on it? Oh crap! See, this guy's on constant pressure now. Is that because I've got assisted or semi-assisted, or is it just me?
No,
or
that's unfortunately where the game's tried to lock you on to.
Just puts it to. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Nedved. Bloody Boateng. Nedved is the fastest player I've used on the game with the ball. It's ridiculous. He's sprinting actually with the ball. He doesn't seem to slow down when he dribbles.
Wait till you try Eusebio, bro. Oh, that card's even more dirty. I would like to try the Prime version of Nedved, to be fair. He does look absolutely incredible. One thing's for sure, you don't have an issue at all in terms of build-up play.
It's just being clinical and knowing. Most of the time I lose games because I give away stupid goals more than I lose games because I struggle to score. Yeah. Especially with Gareth Bale. Like, if you can't score with Gareth Bale, you're doing something wrong.
Something's not right.
Yeah. Okay, so we call him short.
Yep, all the way. So wait for him to go right until the halfway line, and away you go. Oh, okay. Ederson hasn't quite done the right kick for that one, the animation for it, but...
He absolutely hooned it last time, didn't he? Oh, go on, that's a good through ball. Go on, get down the line, son.
That's very nice. Very nice.
He's hung it up there.
Position. Yeah.
But
again,
if Nedved.
Yeah, if that was Bale, 9 times out of 10 he's winning that header and it's at least on target. But you're getting into the right positions for it. That's the good thing about it.
Okay. It's just about being a little bit more clinical and a little bit more decisive.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, like you're not a bad player at all. It's just decision making.
Is he going to put it in the right position now?
Close.
See, this is where I would now concede, and I'm going to. Okay, that's a great save. That is where I'd then concede, and you look back at the footage, and you're like, Andy, you're 2-0 up. Why have you just done a Hail Mary LB wide ball? What's the point? That's my biggest flaw, and especially when it's when I'm not 2-0 up, and it's when I'm like 0-0 or it's 1-1, and I'm playing against someone good, and I will eventually go on to nick a goal, but I've already given him a goal from going for a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
and that's where I lose games of FUT Champs, for trying to force it. Whereas I can just do this.
Exactly. Like, because at the end of the day, he then has to try and press you,
which will bring him out of position.
Yeah, exactly. And then there will be gaps to get in there as well. Because especially if you try to drag him out further wide. There you go. And look how much space you've got now.
Little old Ben Yedder.
Yep. And see, with Ronaldo there, that's probably a looping header over the goalkeeper to the back post.
Yeah. Is it worth trying to use the low-driven one, or like a low-driven pass or anything like that, or is it literally just L1, L2? So I'm using L1, should I use L2?
Either of them. I've tested both. Both of them work for me.
You do the same thing.
Yeah, it's only if you've got someone with a flare trait and you need it to be a little bit more paused. Okay.
Oh, okay. I think he was offside anyway.
So in that position there, I'm guessing that you've seen that run from Nedved and you wanted to do the the Hail Mary ball. That position there, that's more than that's fine to do that in that position anyway. But no, I mean, game management, you've done well this game. It'd be interesting to see a game where if it was 2-1 in like the 80th minute, that sort of thing. I'd like to see what you would do in that sort of position.
Mate, this is actually disgusting.
He's there.
Oh, that's so
He's
gross.
always got onto it again.
How is that a thing? That's disgusting.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Like when I first saw that, I was like, no, surely not.
So we've learned something very, very OP. And we've basically reinforced, I just need to be a little bit more composed.
Yeah, but a little bit more composed and game smart. Just where it's like, oh yeah, you don't need to do that extra LB over the ball where you're just going to lose the ball quite easily. Yeah. That sort of thing. If you just keep the ball more, try and drag him out just so he's then creating gaps for you. Perfect.
It's interesting. What was how did I score my first goal? I can't even remember it.
Neither can actually. If you double check on
if we go on highlights, we'll be able to see.
Just double check.
Of course it was this. Alright, so
yes,
he made a decent little chance here.
Yeah, that's just a really, really well worked goal.
So there's games where that won't work, and then if I hadn't got lucky and scored the over the top ball.
That's true.
What could I have done more, do you reckon?
In that position there, again, there wasn't a lot on because Ben Yedder was marked. The run
not even in that position, like just in the game in general. I suppose we were trying super hard to score once we went 2-0 up. So maybe we would have been a little bit more
positions
direct.
would have sort of come up.
Yeah.
In that sort of area.
I mean, my skill rating's not great at the moment. There was a point where I was a game away from getting into Div 2. But maybe I should play some Div rivals and try and grind on towards Div 2.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the more that you're going to play, and obviously the higher divisions you're going to be getting into, the better players that you're going to be coming up against. So you're going to find you're going to have to defend better. You're going to have to make your build-up play more faster, more efficient, rather than dragging people out or just trying the LB ball because you don't want to lose the ball because you don't want him counter-attacking you, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but of course, until you get to that sort of Division 2, which you're not too far off, isn't it? What, is it 2,000?
200 it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I've been up at like 2,150 or something like that, and then I've always been torn between going up to Div 2 to get better rewards and going down to Div 4 to make it easier to do objectives and stuff. And I've always just yo-yoed in between the two of them and never really done anything and just stayed in Div 3. Mm-hmm. Like 1 week I'll be like, right, we're doing it. We're going for Div 2 and I'll get all the way up to like 2,150. And the next week I'll be like, I don't think I want to go in Div 2. And I'll just deliberately lose some games and mess about. And then we'll go, we're going into Div 2. So maybe I should actually focus on trying to get there.
To get better at this game, you are going to have to test yourself.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I can't be like playing on autopilot in Div Rivals if I want to practice for the hard games in Foot Champs.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's exactly the same for me. If I want to get better at this game, if I only play Foot Champs and play players like, I don't know, like sort of gold level, I'm only going to be playing at that level. Whereas playing in sort of the Div 1 where you're coming up against the likes of your Techs, your Zells and all that sort of stuff, you're only going to improve at the game because you're playing people almost on your level. So as soon as you get into Div 2 and play players on that sort of level, the better player that you're going to be.
This is true. There's 2 ways to improve on FIFA. Practice against better people than you and FIFA points. And this is a road to glory, so we can't have FIFA points. So we're going to have to try and get to Div 2.
Yep, and I've spent a lot of FIFA points.
Mate, imagine my road to glory if I'd packed 2 Ronaldos. It'd be absolutely ridiculous. But I think we're going to leave...
I'm sure Ben Yedder ain't going to be there.
I think we're going to leave the video there. It's been quite a while. We've been recording for like just over half an hour now. I'm itching to go and get my Foot Champs rewards. We've learned the OP goal kick thing. Mate, that could easily get me a couple of extra wins this weekend.
Exactly.
Or even just when I'm playing against the people at the start, just annoy them enough to make them rage quit and make Foot Champs less of a chore.
Exactly. It's going to make life easier either way.
Exactly. So we shall see. Maybe we should... I'm going to try this weekend, and now that we've got Nedved and stuff from the start, we'll see what... I mean, I really want Messi instead of Ben Yedder, but I can't afford him. unfortunately. So who knows? Maybe we'll go pack Messi in our FUT Champs rewards.
Oh, imagine. I tell you what, because of the pack luck that I've had this year, I will happily give you some luck, Andy.
Okay, thanks, mate.
This video's blessed.
Take it. I'll take it in, and I'm going to go and open my FUT Champs rewards now. So I'll see you guys in the next episode to see what we get. And then I'm going to try and do like 10 or 15 games this Friday instead of just doing like 6 or 7. And we'll see where we can go from then, or whether we can crack on and actually get elite. But for now, thank you very much to Kerbs. We've learned some good stuff. Hopefully it's helped you guys out a little bit as well. Hopefully eventually EA patch that kickoff thing, because that is absolutely bloody ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm doing it, it's disgusting. It shouldn't be in the game. It's horrible. But we'll leave it there. Go and check out Kerbs' channel and his top 100 rewards and stuff like that. Thank you very much, mate. It's been a pleasure.
Not a problem at all.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow.